on, guys, and welcome to the second ever UsBritCast with the elusive, he only has 4 beards, Lazy Wolf. Say hi, Lazy.
What's going on? 4 beards, I wish.
4 beards, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon you'll get a 5th soon.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
So in today's topic of conversation, we're going to be talking about the game that's came out last week, Tom Clancy's Recon Wildlands. Been getting mixed responses. Some people love it, some people hate it. I myself, I'm not too sure about it. There's things I love in the game, there's things that I absolutely can't stand. Mainly a lot of the bugs in the game. I've got quite a few that I can talk about. So to start off, let's just hear your opinion, Lazy. What do you reckon about it?
I'm mixed. I'm mixed like you know.
Yeah.
I love a lot of the game, but I hate a lot of it as well. It's half and half.
Yeah.
AI. That's again, some parts I hate, some parts I love. But
Yeah.
it's difficult to say really because it is online, so will they release a patch to update most of these things, or is it going to stay like this?
Yeah, I seriously think that they're literally going to leave us with what we've got. I can't seriously.
You know what?
They will.
You know what? Saying that, if they do, I'd probably learn to love it. I'd get used to it, and I'd just be able to laugh at it. But at the moment, as it's just come out, and I'm like doing the main things to get what progression I want in the game, so I can actually have a laugh on it. It's one of them. It's like, oh, this is stopping me from doing something. I don't know, like. I know I've not experienced a lot of things you've experienced.
Yeah. Oh.
Vice versa.
Oh, the rage. The rage!
Yeah. But it's one of them, I suppose it's not just that, everyone will experience it at some point or in some kind of way. One bug will affect many, but it's it's surprising though, because considering we played the beta, a lot of the bugs we found in the beta, we kind of like decided, oh, they'll probably fix that before release. But
yeah,
I think there's only a couple I can think of that they actually fixed. The rest are still the same.
you can actually think of some that they fixed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the beta, you could walk on water and drive on water. No,
yeah,
you
that.
can't.
Yeah, I just thought that was just us being godlike. You know what I mean? Just with our ninja moves.
But apparently, no, that's a thing. So yeah, that's. I think that's it, really.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
and I'm not. You know what? Another thing. This is grasping at straws here for hope for the game. The cars, not all of them are overpowered like they were in the beta. In the beta, they could all, and like we're talking from 4x4s to motorbikes to tractors, even. They could all scale a mountainside one way or another.
yeah.
Vertical walls, and you could pretty much drive up them. It took a while, but you could.
Yeah.
It didn't lose any, it didn't fall down. It didn't crumble. Whereas now, it's not as overpowered because you can't just drive up a mountainside in a tractor anymore, unfortunately. Although I do try.
Yeah. Well, we've got, haven't we? Tractor climb. Got to do a bit of that. But there are still some exceptions to that rule, like the Beast, as we call it, that 4x4.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. Nakawara or something like that.
Nakawa. I think there's one over here. Let's have a look. No, that's a Zeus. It's not that. Yeah, it was like a bloody Nissan pickup truck kind of rip-off thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's called the Nakawa.
That'll still go up any mountain in the game without problem.
I'm playing it now, but I was driving that car before, and as if people have seen recent, past videos, I'm a terrible driver, but in that car, I was drifting around corners, slamming into enemies. You know,
Yeah.
I was slaying it with that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are these. That one doesn't need to be fixed.
So I was racking my brain earlier, thinking about. I mean, I could literally name off, absolute shitload of problems with the game, and I was sat there thinking, right, okay, I don't just want problems. I want things that they've done really well, and I'm actually struggling. Apart from the fact that the game does look gorgeous, like the draw distance on it is amazing.
The game is awesome.
Yeah.
Like the look of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing, like I know, it was a main focus when it came to this game, because it's set in Bolivia, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it is. It's set in
it is.
Bolivia. But they're kind of taking the whole country, crammed it into this map. That it's fair. The size of it is, it's not small. Definitely not small. But they've done so well to go from, you can go from the beach to a jungle to snowy mountains and forest, and then like a whole city or something. The diverse,
terrain. They've done a really good job with that. Yeah.
They've done a good job in splitting it up in the map, and it makes the map come together so much more smoother. It just looks that much better just because of that. I do like that. So that is a pro for me.
Yeah.
I like how diverse it is.
But I can't really think of anything else. It's a shooter. It's a stealth shooter. Well, has stealth elements, but the amount of times that the game's buggy side will come up and ruin the stealth for you. Like, I've got an example. I actually managed to record this footage as well. I won't show it in the podcast. I'm going to save it for another video I'm going to do later on. But I'll just tell you about it anyway. So I rocked up on this base. I thought, right, I could take out these dudes. I've got my AI with me, and the sync shot's maxed, so I can mark up 3 guys and then take out a 4th with my sniper rifle. And I'm using the powerfulest sniper rifle in the game, the HTI. Right, and it's an absolute beast. You know what I mean? It takes helicopters down in 2 shots.
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I get up.
Carry on. 2 shots without a sniper. With a sniper, it doesn't take it down. With a silencer.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll come to that a bit later. So anyway, I got myself perched on a nice little ridge. Thought, right, I'm going to do this pure stealth. I'm going to look like a fucking badass. I've got it all recorded, ready to go. Check me out. Not many chances I get to look awesome. I thought, this is the one. So, gets my sniper, silencer on it. The 4th guy marked up. He was just a bog standard guy, he wasn't wearing any heavy armour or anything like that. Aims up, pulls the trigger, blood splatters off him, the blood spray, and he just stood there and took it. I'm like, what? And then, so obviously, because he's been shot, it goes to being hunted. So I'm thinking, what is going on here? So I quickly have another shot at him, more blood spray, and he's still alive. And I suddenly realised that the game's glitched out, and my sniper rifle, probably the powerfulest weapon in the game, barring grenade launchers and such, just can't kill anybody. I started shooting all the other guys around him, and then nothing. I ended up having to actually resort to my assault rifle and boots on the ground to take everybody out because my position was given away. It was the most frustrating thing.
I don't think. Oh wow. Okay then.
Yeah.
I've not had any issue with the guns yet, but.
Yeah, but the good thing is, the proof's in the pudding. You know what I mean? I've got the footage, so I will be putting that. Like I said, I'll be doing a separate video for that. Basically, just going over some buggy things that have happened to me in the game, and they're quite diverse as well. A good, nice, solid range there. So, yeah. How about you? Can you has anything, really random happened to you?
It happened today actually. A few hours ago, I was playing. I was on a mission, rocked up, and it was a simple one: destroy the cocaine bales. You do it all the time in these kind of games. You just rock up, set it on fire, blow it up, easy. So I get to the actual part where I'm blowing the bales up. I've got rid of the enemies. I've got got through. More are coming, but it's fine. Get into the place. There's 3 bales.
Yeah.
So, stick a C4 on there. I'm like, right, it's good to go. Boom. Nothing happens. So I'm like, wait, what? What's going on here? So I'm like, all right, maybe it's just, maybe I'm not supposed to do it with C4. Maybe I'm supposed to do it with a grenade or shoot it or something. So I get a grenade out, throw a frag, boom, same again, nothing. Bale didn't destroy, and I'm like, oh, am I missing something here? Have I got to pick something up? Have I got to burn it or something? Because I ain't got a flamethrower. Maybe there's one on the... No.
Wishful thinking.
5 times I died and had to restart the mission over and over again before it actually righted itself. And then when... Because all this time, like, you got to remember, all this time, I'm thinking I'm doing it wrong. I'm just going through, trying to blow it up, thinking it's not working because I'm dying from the explosion, enemies are dying from the explosion. And then after it righted itself, after the 5th time of dying and doing it all over, it worked. And I just paused it, sat there and just oh, I wanted to snap the disc, mate. I wanted to snap the disc. 5 times it made me redo that mission because it bugged out and I couldn't destroy these bales with a C4. Which, makes no sense anyway. Why wouldn't you be able to do that? But
yeah.
I was hoping that it was something, like, oh, you got to grab this, get some gasoline, burn it. No.
Yeah, or it's like a prompt in the game, like a hold square, and your character sort of does.
Fact, it had bugged out and the explosions weren't affecting the actual drugs, just everything around it.
Oh, that's bad.
So, that... I said weapons, I meant guns, but yeah, that one bugged me. That was earlier. Unfortunately, I don't, record or anything, so I don't have any proof of that. So
yeah. Oh, trust me, I take your word from it after what I've seen so far.
Yeah, on my word, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was. It was just so pissed off after that, man. I sat. The game was paused. I didn't turn the console off because I knew I'd go back to it. I just paused the game for about an hour and just walked out and got a drink and done whatever.
Yeah.
I was that annoyed with it. I just had to stop playing for a bit.
Yeah. It's like there's so many little things like that. It's like for a Tom Clancy game as well, and a game set in Bolivia with all the rocky terrain. You constantly find yourself either trying to drive up a mountain or trying to scale a mountain somehow or other.
Yeah.
Yet the game gives you no tools to actually do that. Like, why can't you do mountain climbing in the game or rappel off cliff sides? It's a Tom Clancy game. And you're meant to be this, this top-end special forces unit, and you can't even do that. Like, what is going on?
Big elite trained soldier. You're all about stealth. You can't shoot in parachute. Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know. I think they've kind of... It's one of them, innit? Because you think about it, you think they could use it, they could say, oh, I wasn't expecting it to be as popular. Wasn't expecting it to be as big as it is.
No, they can't use that. It's a known franchise. It's been around for a while. Exactly. It's one of their flagship franchises. This, Rainbow Six, they're massive games.
Alright, not all Tom Clancy games have been great. Not all of them have been loved. Some were, not as successful as others. But they can't, cheap out on stuff like that because of whatever their reason is.
Yeah, but the only reason I can think of to not have things like rappelling and stuff is because I'm thinking to myself, are they worried that it's too familiar to like the Rainbow series that they've got? Because if that suddenly you can do all this sort of stuff, will people think to themselves, well, why do I bother with the Rainbow series? But then you think, well, this is open world anyway, so that's besides the point. It's still different from the Rainbow series in that regard anyway. It's just there's been so many times when it would have been just so much more useful to be able to climb up a cliff or to rappel down to you know, from
Rather than
base.
spamming X on something and just being like, oh, please make it up this ledge. It'd just be like, you could equip an item, you know, rock climbing gear or something.
It's like you can't even base jump. The only time you can use your parachute is if you're jumping out of a helicopter or a plane. So what good's that? Say you run to the edge of a cliff because you've just blown up something in a base and the enemies are all on you. You want this badass, you know, base dive off a cliff. All your guy does is jumps off and then hits the floor, smack, dead. You can't. There's no option to pull out your parachute or anything. I mean, what is going on with that? That is, it's unforgivable at times. It really is infuriating.
I think it's difficult to say like why it's like that, because like we said before, in the beta it's not much different. It still feels like I'm playing the beta game, you know, with all the bugs that you need to work through. I mean, I can see why nothing's been changed, because the beta did only happen a week before release.
Yeah, I mean, I don't follow this beta crap anyway. Whenever there's a beta, it's basically just a stress test to see how their servers hold up in the co-op environment. That's all it was. It was nothing else. They didn't care about what we found in the game as long as the co-op experience worked and you could get your buddies in with you. That's basically all it was.
Yeah,
you can't tell me that when it comes out, a beta comes out and then 2 weeks later the game's released. You can't tell me that beta was there to look for bugs and stuff like that. There's just no way. There's not enough time. If they find anything massive in the game, there's not enough time to fix it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I just kind of like had hope that it would have meant something, you know.
Yeah.
It would have had a report on it and bring a patch out for it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like at your movement as well, like your character movement. It's where's the combat roll? You know.
Yeah. There's no combat roll. There's no.
What is that about? You're getting shot and you want to do a nice little combat roll behind a car or something. You hit that circle. All you do is you just hit the deck, prone, flat, and it's just like and now I move slower. Can't do anything, and now I'm dead. And then you come along to try and revive me, but you have to either be crouched down or stood up to heal me. You can't pick me up if you're in prone, which is ridiculous. I don't know why. All you do is you inject me.
Yeah, you can do everything in prone. Reload, shoot massive guns.
Yeah.
But revive your mate who's on the ground next to you. No, you have to, you know, compromise your position.
Yeah, you have to stand up, get shot by the enemy yourself anyway, and die. Just trying to pick, you know, my ass up because there's no combat roll.
Yeah. That probably wouldn't bother me as much if it weren't for the fact that, you know, when you like full on die, it's over, you've got to respawn.
Yeah.
The respawns sometimes are ridiculously, you know, so far away from each other. You end up spending half the time getting back to the mission before you get there and your mate dies, and then he's got to spend, you know, so it's never actually co-op unless you've got 4 people.
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
You know,
I mean, I thought about this as well because I remember it happened to us, didn't I? And I said to you, well, we're on a mission. So maybe it's just like a consequence of you dying in the mission. It puts you miles away. But then it happened while we were just doing random funny things, going round just having a laugh. Like one of us died. I think it was you.
I died.
Yeah.
I died and ended up miles away.
Yeah. It put you like 600 meters away. It's like, why? You must know that we're co-op partners.
People who played the game and be like 600 meters isn't that far because you can just jump in a car. But like I'm talking when you get spawned, I was spawned in an area where there was no vehicles, like nothing. There was a road, but there was no vehicles. I mean, I had to run most of the way before I actually got anywhere near, you know, enough, anywhere near anything to get help to get back to the mission.
Yeah.
It's
it's frustrating. Yeah, massively frustrating.
Frustrating. Yeah. Oh, we're saying about like reviving. I'm currently dead, waiting for my AI teammates. I want to just bring them up quite apart because I said that I was half and half on them. Most of the aspects are like, usually it's when I've been downed, I've run into a base, guns blazing, realised it's a mistake, gone down, and died. And when they run in to save you, to revive you, they go complete Chuck Norris mode. They kill everyone in the path. Even big guys that you were struggling to kill, just slaughter them, just cut them down like they're nothing. Boom, revive you, and then they go from Chuck Norris to SpongeBob.
Yeah.
As soon as you're on your feet, SpongeBob, because they just run about. They help a little bit, but they're more of a hindrance. Because then you're stood there being stealthy. There's a Unidad. This happened before. That's why I'm using it. But a Unidad officer walking towards us. I'm behind cover. One of my AI guys decides I'm going to change cover right now as he's in front of me and give away our position. What happened? Oh, Unidad patrol on alert and helicopters came and we started getting shot at. I died and we had to restart the mission because he decided to go from one place to another. Like,
yeah, you shouldn't be accountable for what your AI teammates do. Fair enough if you're in co-op and it's me and you, and one of us fucks up. You know, fair enough, but not your AI, the people that you don't really have much control over, other than to sink shot.
They just follow you around and then all of a sudden decide to give away your position. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah. Why?
But on the flip side of that, I've had a situation where I've gone into, I've thrown out my drone and I've been prone in a bush and my actual AI team are further forward than me, and I've had it where the enemies have walked right past my team, like right next to them, all stood up, and they haven't noticed them. So it's so inconsistent. Like 1 minute they're giving away the position, the next minute they're bloody invisible to the enemies. Like the game needs to make its mind up as to what boundaries it's working with. So you the player know what you can and can't get away with.
Because at the moment I don't know where I stand with it. I've currently in a base being stealthy. I've got two of my AI characters stuck in the river. They're not even swimming, they're just stuck there. Right? And then one on a cliffside somewhere, nowhere near enemies, crouched like he's gonna shoot. I'm looking at him like, what are you gonna do, mate? What are you going to do in this situation? No one is around you. There is a building in the way of the rest of them, So sometimes I hate it. I hate them so much. I look at them and I think, why are you in the game?
Yeah, but on the flip side, one of the things that actually really, really irritates me, and I've spoke to you about this before, is when I jump into your game or you jump into my game, the AI disappears completely, even though it's only me and you.
There's only two of us.
Yeah, where's the other? Why can't you have two AI with you? I mean, it makes
generate two AI, and then have two online players.
Yeah.
Because that essentially you keep your ghost squad, at full potential. Because then you've got all four people in. Because I can play single player, smash a mission, completely destroy it because I've got these AI to help me if I'm down or to cover places. Like I say, sometimes they're Chuck Norris, and it's like, whoa, they actually, helped loads. But then I jump into the same mission with you, and we struggle because there's only two of us in a situation where we need 4 people to maybe take out 4 enemies. Because if we were to do it on our own, it's definitely alerting them.
Yeah, exactly. Like you need the sync shot capabilities. With say it was me and you and 2 other AI, I could aim at a guy, you could aim at a guy, then we could get the 2 AIs to shoot the other 2 people. That's 4 people we can just eliminate straight away, right? Yeah. But the second it's just me and you, those 4 people become an issue if they're grouped together, because how can you kill 4 people when there's only 2 of us unless we get up close and spray them with a submachine gun or something with a silencer? It just becomes a lot harder to stay undetected.
Yeah. And just like as you were saying that, I was thinking like, maybe it's a bit difficult to add that aspect in. No, because For Honor has that aspect.
Yeah, it's not. It's lazy. It's lazy, design. That's what it is.
Yeah, because in For Honor it generates that, you get, if someone leaves, it replaces that character slot with an AI, and that AI bot is always up to scratch. It's not like they're not slacking. They're not on regular or easy difficulty. They're set to everyone's skill in the lobby and then put an average.
Yeah.
So why not do that with this AI? Just give it that average, give it that set, and then fill the character slots. So that's all it means. All right, it might need a bit longer loading screen. That you might have to sacrifice that. But in all honesty, I'd rather wait a bit to jump into a session than jump into one where I'm going to get rinsed every time I try and do something because there's only 2 of us.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. Definitely. I don't know. I just certain parts of it, I just feel rushed. I feel the co-op aspect is rushed. They've literally been like, okay, so if somebody goes co-op, then let's not think about the AI at all. Let's get rid of them. Them, right?
Get rid of that.
Yeah, don't need them. So, yeah, you do need them because so 2 people. Yeah, 2 people.
Yeah, there's only 2
isn't the same as 4.
Doing a 4-man job.
Yeah. Oh.
It's.
Anyway, I feel like I'm just the more I go on.
It was thrown out, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there? There's so many things you could just bring up bad, and I'm trying to think of good points. Oh god.
Yeah, I mean.
What else is there?
I've had a situation where the L1 button, which uses your gadgets, your C4. I've had that when I've had C4 equipped, and I've pressed it and it's unresponsive. So I've literally been like, oh come on, throw the damn C4, and then I've pressed it and then it's thrown like 2 C4s out at the same time. That's happened quite frequently in the game. It's like the controls in that regard are very unresponsive, and I don't understand why. Because with the frag grenades, it's instant, it's fine, but for some reason with the C4, you have to I don't know, you have to spam the button just to get him to throw one. It's it's dodgy.
See, after I had that issue when I first unlocked the C4, I think it was the other day, I said I didn't realise what you were saying was going wrong because I didn't have the C4. Obviously, I got the game after you, and your progression was much higher than mine. Then when I got the C4, we was playing, and I said I realised now what it's saying because it was unresponsive. I'm going to say this now as a plus. I've not had that issue since.
Right.
It's worked every single time. As I would have mentioned if it didn't before when I was saying about the bales, but it's worked every single time. I've not had it, but that first time I got it, for the first few times I tried using C4, it didn't work. But now it's fine. For me, it's fine. But obviously, like I say, people are going to have different issues that spawn from the same bug or same glitch.
Yeah, I mean, the reason it infuriated me so much, it wouldn't have bothered me as much if I weren't under pressure. If I was just, if there was no enemies and I was just using it to blow up, say, one of the, what are they called, the electrical panels or whatever.
Oh, the jammers or the
generators or whatever it is. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me, but it was the fact that I was having to poke my head round a corner while the enemies were shooting at me. I was poking my head round the corner. I had no frags, so I thought, right, I'll just throw a C4 because they're running towards me anyway. And he wasn't throwing the C4, so I kept putting my head around the corner to try and throw it. And all he was doing was poking his head out, getting shot, and then I was going back in. And then I had a situation where there was a delay. I pressed the L1, he didn't throw it. I back away into the room because I'd been shot in, in the body, and he threw it on the floor in the room. I was like, what good's that now? If I detonate that, I'm gonna kill myself. There was, it just absolutely just pissed me off. I was raging. It's just things like that. It's like, sort your shit out, Ubisoft. Sort it out.
Yeah, because they've got so many great games out there. Some bad. But there's so many great ones from them out there. from, you know, you've got your Assassin's Creed.
Oh my God, what a buggy mess! What a buggy mess! Let's not even go there with Assassin's Creed.
That's full of bugs. But you know, what else is there? There's For Honor. For Honor's come out recently. Yeah. I touched on that just before. That, to me, doesn't have any issues. I mean, you might have experienced. I don't have any issues with that game. I like it. I enjoy playing it.
I think the camera angles can be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, the camera angles can be a bit of a pain, but apart from that, there's no bugs, glitches, or anything.
No, it is a sound game. Yeah.
It's a solid game. It's been released solid. Whereas this, a game that's on, you know, similar level of it, you know, apart from reputation, this one's got a reputation, whereas that was brand new.
Yeah.
But the difference in just care for what goes on in the game and how, you know, certain mechanics work are just so strange, and you know, they're so massive. It's like, why is that the way it is? You know, when you had so much time to just fix it, make it better, you know, tweak it a little bit to give people that extra, you know, reason to not only keep it after buying it, but, you know, keep playing it. You know, just give them that reason. Don't. It's like, I think you were saying before, like you say, you're getting sick of it because you try and do something and it fails, and you can't enjoy it when you're trying to do something serious because, you know, it gets in the way. Having a laugh on the game, I think, is all right, but
yeah, it becomes a point. Like the first few times you see a bug in any game, it you know, you just have a laugh about it. But the second you start getting into the game, and it still does that,
and you continuously seeing that bug, it gets to the point where it's like, right, it was funny the first time, but now it's kind of getting on my nerves.
It's getting to the point now where I just feel like, why am I even playing it? Because it's just a pain in the ass. But having said that, so another good point is, like, when the guns work and the enemies, you know, don't just stand there and take, you know, bullets to the face. When it actually works, it works really well. Like, you know, the guns are varied, which I like. I love the gunsmith. I think that's a really good feature that they kept from Future Soldier.
Each part and everything.
Yeah, I think it's really good. And there's a nice range of weapons. Like, there's a lot. Like, did I count 17 assault rifles? Just assault rifles?
Something like that, yeah.
You know.
Just assault rifles. Yeah. 17 different... No, it was much more. I think there was much more. 17 sniper rifles. 16 sidearms. There wasn't many shotguns. I think there was like 15, 16 shotguns.
Yeah, but that's still a lot for, you know, a lot of shooter games now. They don't really...
you know, I think there's 20 plus for assault rifles, and then, you know, same with subs, but that's a lot of guns for a game that, you know, like something like Call of Duty, you expect that to have a lot of guns. A game like this, where it's based around stealth and, you know, doing missions, and it's co-op, not, you know, massively online multiplayer, you know, that's a lot of weapons to go through. A lot of different combinations and classes and ways of going about doing a certain mission. You know, my way of doing this mission could be completely different to yours and the next person, because we go with different weapons and everything. You know, so that is good. Yeah, I love that. I love the gunsmith. I love the diverse range of weapons. But, you know,
and also the character customization as well is also really good. You got to touch on that. Like, the amount of gear you can actually wear, you know, aesthetics, and the different camos for that as well, really good, really impressive.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you kind of expect it, because you saw they touched on it in The Division, didn't they? There was a lot of aesthetic customization. Unfortunately, there wasn't really much more about that game. This just feels like it feels like the Division sequel. In a way.
I was going to say that. You took the word right out of my mouth, because I was talking about it before. I was explaining to my brother before what this game is, what you do and everything, and I was saying, like, you know, on The Division you had this, whereas on this it's like this, you know. And I was literally about to say that as you were saying it. This feels like an upgraded, much better version of the Division, you know?
Yeah.
It feels like they've took the Division and gone, right, let's just make that better. Because it was, you know? You know, I think what I like about this, I was saying before about the map, what I like about this is you're not restricted to certain areas of the map. It's not saying, oh, you cannot go to this area because it's too difficult, you're not high enough level or anything. I can travel anywhere in the map. I could go and do a boss that's 4-star difficulty or whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the only thing stopping
the area that you start in. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing
would be the weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
Difficulty.
And the fact that, like, say like, for instance, me and you, we went and got the most powerful sniper in the game because we knew it was in the fight. The most dangerous part of the game, which is what's it called? Montiok. Montiok. It's like 5 skull difficulty.
Yeah. You know. We went in, we smashed it, got the weapon. And that's what I like about it. The fact that even though it was a 5 skull difficulty rating area, you know, the boss is supposed to be that hard, the people are supposed to be there, we could still go in and do one of the missions because we've done that mission, and that's how we, you know, it's in that mission you get that weapon, or the chance to get it anyway, you know. So the fact that it's possible and doable to do missions that are, you know, way higher, you know, you could buy the game tomorrow if you don't have it, and just go straight to the highest difficulty, and you'd still probably have a chance at doing it if you had the right skill, you know, if you can play properly.
Yeah.
Or you can choose to just progress your own way. Everyone can progress whatever way they want. The game doesn't restrict you by saying, no, you have to do this first. You know, I think before I had like 4 different story missions on the map because I forgot about one and carried on, and another one was unlocked. You know what I mean? It didn't stop me from doing anything else because I had one on the map already. It just updated it to the point where it was letting me know where the rest were.
Yeah, and it's classic Ubisoft as well in terms of there is so many little bits and bobs for you to collect. You know, skill parts. Skill points.
You know,
weapon cases.
The rebel ops. You know.
Yeah.
Everything just comes into play. You know, you know when you're playing a Ubisoft game, when you look at the map and there's all them question marks for points of interest and skill points and different like things to collect and checkpoints and stuff like that, and fast travel points. You know you're playing a Ubisoft game.
You do. They really do pack them.
Yeah. They just have that signature look to every game they have with that kind of map layout.
Yeah.
That just lets you know, it's Ubisoft. They're in it, and that's.
I think it can be a little. It can be overwhelming at times though. Like, but say you're new to these types of games, you start playing it. Then all of a sudden you think, right, I'll have a look at the map. You look at the map and all of a sudden, like, 50 different things just suddenly appear on the map all over the place.
And it's like, whoa,
where do I even begin with this? You know. But once you get a routine and you realise what everything is and what everything does, you do start just knocking off bits one by one. You know what I mean? Like
it becomes something that's so, fluid, and you just understand it. It's like it's like a different language. You know, you look at it and you know each part of the map. You know what it's about. You know what that is.
Yeah.
And you know what you want to do with it. You know, it's. Yeah. So that is good. You know, I like the signature assets of it. I love the game. It's just the bugs and the fact that it feels rushed and they've just kind of gone. Right, we've got the base of the game, there's bugs, but it's alright, we'll just throw a beta to make it look like we're doing it and then release it, it's it does feel like that, but some things in it they've perfected, but some things I just can't handle.
Yeah, I mean, do you think this is somewhere they're going to go with future Ghost Recon games? Do you reckon they'll do a Wildlands 2, or do you reckon...
I don't think it'll be a Wildlands 2. I think, depending on how well this one does. Obviously, it's doing quite well at the moment. I don't know exact sales figures or anything, but you know, depending on how this one does and how it's, you know, received as what, you know, it's a big open world game set in a country, you go in with a team and everything. Yeah, I think this could be a way to go in. I think this could be something they carry on doing. Or it could just be a, you know, at the same time I'm thinking, if it doesn't do it that well, it'll just be that one-off Tom Clancy game that, you know, was alright, but they've just kind of gone back to what they used to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think they really need to nail down these sub-franchises now. You know, they had Ghost Recon Future Soldier, which came off the back of Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare. Was it Advanced Warfare or Advanced Warfighter?
No, it's got call it. I think it's Advanced. Yeah, it's Warfighter.
Yeah, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. So there was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had GRAW 1, GRAW 2, and then they had Future Soldier, which took a bit of that, added Gunsmith, and was a bit different and wasn't received very well at all. Even though I thought it was really good, I must admit I did enjoy that game.
Yeah.
And then they've gone fully open world with this one, and
yeah,
you just think to yourself they've got to start nailing down another sub franchise. You know, like they had GRAW. They've got to start maybe doing Wildlands, Wildlands 2, Wildlands 3. You know, because otherwise it just won't make much sense. I don't think.
Yeah, I think in that if you're saying that, if they go in this direction, I reckon it'll be more open world, set in different countries, you know, different things going on. It's just taking real world issues that are out there, you know, because this stuff in this game, it happens in the real world. Just taking it and just making it this massive thing in a game like they have done with this, and giving you because have you looked at the actual map zoomed out fully when it shows you El Sueño in the middle with all these cronies around the side? It's there's so many. I mean, let me do it now. Let me have a look at it now. Let's have a look. You've got El Sueño, and then he's got 4 lieutenant kind of things.
Yeah, 4
each of them lieutenants. Yeah.
They have, their people. Their people have their people.
And then that person has theirs, and then they have, the little grunts that run around. There's so many different things you've got to go down, and it can, at some point, it will get grinder. It will get oh my god, this is too much. It's taking forever. But that adds so much, gameplay to it, to where you're gonna, you're not gonna mind jumping into an online session every now and again, or getting your mates in for a co-op session, because there's that much to do. It'll just speed it up.
Yeah.
So I think, they need to. Not what I think they can do, in my opinion. Keep doing this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Keep
I think
down this path.
They just need more development time to work out the kinks. You know what I mean? And you look at other games like, say, Watch Dogs, for example. That one, the first one, promised so much that the damage that was done when people realised it wasn't as advertised, it affected Watch Dogs 2 completely. Even though Watch Dogs 2 is a good game, it does a lot better than the first one ever did, but because of the fact that everyone is so burnt out from the first Watch Dogs, that's the only reason this one's not really done very well at all. Now, I don't want that to be the case with this.
Neither do I. I don't want it to be, this one ruins people's ideas of it. It stops people wanting it, and then when they bring out a second one, it doesn't do that well, so they don't carry on. I want them to carry on because it provides so much potential, and like we were saying, the game itself looks amazing.
Yeah.
And the way things are, it's just the bugs that ruin it. And you get them people who take it that seriously, that the bugs offend them that much, they just boycott the game.
I am offended by your bugs, sir, and then just walks out.
They just can't hack it. They look at it and no, I'd love to play this game, but I can't, because that one thing could happen at any time and it'd ruin it for me.
Yeah.
Where I'm not gonna lie, I'm more laid back when it comes to these games. And every now and again I'll get bored of the missions and be like, you know what? Let's just grab a helicopter, fly into somewhere, slaughter some bloody enemies, and then see what I can do with this.
Yeah.
Run over some cows. Oh no, I can't.
Oh yeah, good point. That if you ever feel
Yeah,
like just running over some cows. You can't in this game. The cows are there.
Yeah, you can't run any animals over. You can shoot them. You can walk into them. Can't run them though.
Can't run them over. They go straight through your vehicle. They troll the shit out of you. Oh, I mean, funny thing is, it never crosses my mind. I don't suddenly think, you know what, I'm going to run over the animals. It just happened this one time when I think I was with you. And the way your crazy mind works. I'm going to hit a cow with my car. I just want
it. I was just like, let's just hit the cow. And then I just fly through like 3 of them. I'm like, whoa, that shouldn't happen. I just got like ghost beef in the face.
Yeah. The funny thing is they run away from the vehicle as well. Yeah. Why are you running? You can't be killed anyway. We'll just go straight through you.
So that AI and the animals run when you can't get near them. It's simple, but make sure you're actually giving them a reason to run.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go through them, they might as well stand there eating grass.
Yeah. It's kind of like if I was bulletproof and someone points a gun at me, I'm not gonna dive for my life. I'll just pull the trigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's gonna shoot me. You're just gonna go, do it, mate.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Do it. Smash you in like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, get on.
Not you want.
So, I think just touching on it now because we've like pretty much ripped apart the game and deservedly so,
Yeah. On the points that we've done it on, yeah.
Yeah. These are points that we found in the game, and I'm sure millions of other people. I'm sure it's not just a random occurrence that's happening in our games. We're not that special.
Yeah.
But the storyline, the characters, the voice acting, all on point. I think it's great.
Yeah. So good.
I think what's it called? Sueño? El Sueño. Yeah. His voice actor is brilliant. I really enjoy watching like anything to do any video that he's in where he's talking, and I think they've done a really good job. Kind of like if anybody's seen the TV show Narcos, how they do a good job portraying, say, Pablo Escobar, like with El Sueño, you start understanding his reasons for why he does what he does, and I just think it's really good, and even his underbosses, who you end up taking out later on, even they have their own reasons for doing what they're doing, and I just think it's
they're joining him.
Yeah, exactly. I just think it's a really nice story.
Yeah,
just
in depth to just characters. It's not just there's a character, he's bad, let's kill him. It's like he's doing it for this, and he's fighting back for this reason.
Yeah, and it gives identity to all the characters, and I really like that. Oh yeah. So, is there anything before we wrap this up? Is there anything else you want to mention about the game?
Sniper up in the tower.
Just the fact that I think we covered it all. It's awesome game, beautiful. Everything about the characters, like you were just saying, is great. It's just them bugs, like we said, I don't think we're mentioning yet. We did with the first podcast. So this is our opinion, obviously.
Yeah.
But the bugs, I think deservedly, any bugs that are pointed out by whether anyone experience the same ones we do, or everyone has different ones. I think they deservedly need to be pointed out because it needs to bring light to them. Someone needs to say, listen, this is wrong with the game. Someone sort it out, and eventually it will. Eventually they'll turn around and be like, hey, sales are going down because we've not fixed this bug where cows don't die because that lunatic wants to try for it.
Yeah. Of all the bugs that are wrong with the game, you picked that one out. Yeah, sort that one.
Because every now and again I want to piss about and I'll drive through a field and there'll be a cow and then it annoys me when I go through it. I have to get out and shoot it because I've not killed it with my cow, right?
Why?
It sounds horrible.
Why, man? Just leave the cows alone.
I don't do it in real life. It's just in these games when you get that freedom to do whatever you want, it doesn't affect anything, and you can just chill out and be like, yeah, let's
run some cows
shoot
over.
A chicken or something. Let's run a cow over, and you can. It's not just that. Obviously, I'm not a lunatic. It's not just that stuff. It's everything else. But I'm just saying, as an example, one that's personally affected me playing the game and having a bit of a laugh. Because you look at Enna. I mean, Jesus Christ! Just cause you attach like rockets to the cows and stuff. You've seen the videos, and they go flying through the air. Yeah. You've seen them videos. It's just all about a bit of fun. Corpse launching and stuff like that. It's just a bit of a laugh. But you can't in this game because the bugs affect it. I mean, dead quick before we wrap up. Obviously you're gonna add all the bugs that you've got on footage in a video.
Yeah.
There was one that you witnessed that I couldn't see. To me, it looked completely normal.
Yes.
Stretch Armstrong.
That will be in there. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Obviously, I won't say too much, but that's all I'll say. Stretch Armstrong, because that affected your game. We was in co-op, but it was just your game. Because for me, it looked normal.
Yeah. But
so, I think the game's great. I think the concept of it is great. The character's awesome. The look of the game, like right now, I'm looking at a mountain range, and it just looks absolutely, But every now and again, I'm just looking at this mountain range, and a car flies up from behind a building for no reason. What's that about? Just happened. What was that? I'm going to investigate. It just spawned, like flew up and there. No explosion, nothing. So, yeah.
Right. Okay then. Right. Well, thank you very much for joining me as always, Wolf.
No problem.
Right. Let me know in the comment box below, guys, if you've had any issues with the game, and if so, what issues have they been? Hopefully, they've not been too game breaking for you. Please like and subscribe, and remember, never let it be.